The council chambers of the Galactic Concord hummed with tense anticipation. Species from across the Milky Way, some scaled, some feathered, some entirely translucent, filled the vast amphitheater. Each delegation had cast their votes with cold precision, and the result was unanimous. Earth, the small blue planet orbiting a seemingly insignificant star, was to be enslaved. Yet, on the bridge of the human flagship USS Vanguard, Captain Alina Reyes leaned back in her chair, her hands steepled beneath her chin. She was aware of every eye in the galaxy watching, every sensor focused on humanity. The votes had been tallied, and yet a strange calm rested over her crew. "They think they know us," she murmured, almost to herself, her gaze fixed on the shimmering holographic display of the Galactic Concord. They think submission is an option. Back on Earth, humanity's scientists had already predicted this day. Decades of observation, centuries of preparation, and countless secret technologies had culminated in a network of planetary defenses that rivaled entire star systems. No one had expected humanity to rise so quickly from a solitary, pale blue dot to a force that could challenge empires. The Concord's fleets began their march toward Earth. Ships the size of cities glided silently through hyperspace, their crews confident in victory. The alien empires had never encountered a world that dared to resist. They had never faced a species that fought with unity, cunning, and a relentless drive for survival. When the first armada emerged from the slipstream near the Sol system, they found not a meek planet awaiting occupation but a gauntlet of orbital defenses. Each satellite bristled with weaponry, capable of annihilating cruisers with a single coordinated volley. Alien commanders tried to relay orders, but communication lines dissolved under a barrage of electromagnetic interference, a technology humans had perfected in secret. On the front lines, human pilots executed maneuvers that defied conventional understanding. Fighters darted between alien warships, exploiting weaknesses in shields that had never been predicted by any tactical simulation. Autonomous drones swarmed like coordinated swarms of predatory insects, dismantling enemy formations with surgical precision. In the midst of the battle, Captain Reyes stood on the bridge of the Vanguard, her voice calm but commanding. "Target the flagships first. Once their leadership is gone, their fleets will falter. Remember, we fight not just for survival. We fight to remind the galaxy why Earth cannot be owned." Minutes stretched into hours, but in human terms, the engagement was a blink. By the time the alien fleets realized their mistake, their command ships were gone, their fleets scattered or destroyed, and their soldiers scrambling for evacuation. The survivors sent out desperate messages, their voices trembling as they broadcasted pleas for mercy. "Surrender," they begged. "We meant no harm. You have the power to destroy us completely, yet you show restraint." In the Vanguard, Reyes allowed herself a small smile. Humanity had indeed built deterrence into their strategy, but they also knew restraint was a mark of true superiority. They could annihilate, but they chose dominance through mercy and cunning, a combination the galaxy had never truly seen before. On the surface of Earth, cities were intact, the people oblivious to how close extinction had come. News networks showed nothing of the battle beyond official statements. Earth's defense forces successfully repelled the Concord fleets. Humanity continues to thrive peacefully, ready to defend itself if necessary. In the council chambers, alien leaders convened emergency meetings. Their arrogance built over millennia had crumbled in hours. Species that had considered themselves invincible now pleaded with Earth for alliances, for trade, for forgiveness. From her vantage point, Captain Reyes addressed the galaxy. The message, broadcast through every system capable of receiving it, was clear. Earth will not kneel. Earth will not submit. Any who threaten our world will find themselves in defeat, and we extend no guarantees beyond survival to those who attempt the impossible. Learn this lesson well. Humanity is not to be underestimated. One by one, the alien empires sent emissaries. They offered tributes, technologies, and promises. They sought guidance, fearing the wrath they had awakened. They had underestimated the most resilient, most adaptable species in known space. And for the first time in eons, the Galactic Concord recognized that votes and treaties meant nothing when faced with humanity's will. Yet for all their power, humans showed them restraint. The fleets were allowed to retreat under strict conditions. Embassies were established, but Earth controlled the terms. The galaxy had learned, through fire and precision, that humans were not a species to command. They were a species to reckon with. In the quiet moments after the chaos, Captain Reyes walked the decks of her ship, observing the young officers and crew who had fought alongside her. Each face reflected pride but also humility. Humanity had been tested, and the test had revealed something extraordinary. Not just their technological supremacy, not just their strategic genius, but the essence of human spirit. Capable of facing annihilation yet choosing mercy as a form of power. The message was unmistakable. Across the stars, whispers traveled from one alien race to another. They thought Earth was weak. They were wrong. Every species voted to enslave Earth, and now we all plead for mercy. From that day forward, humanity's place in the galaxy was unchallenged, not through tyranny, but through the undeniable truth that they could fight like no other species. The lesson endured. No vote, no council, no empire could dictate the fate of Earth. Humanity had earned its respect, not with words but with actions that echoed across the void. A stark reminder to all. The galaxy had underestimated humans at its peril. And on Earth, the people continued their lives unaware of the grandeur of their victory, unaware of how close the galaxy had come to witnessing their extinction. They built, they explored, they dreamed, and humanity's legend quietly began, not with domination, but with the unshakable certainty that some species are simply not meant to be controlled.